The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Over the end line. Off of play action, it's Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come. If they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running on 1st down with Gasket. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then running touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss. And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Watson off play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. After the sack on 1st down, Watson forced out to his left. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Extra point by York is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tua going to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
97.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the 1st quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up. I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. The option to the right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 33. Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 14 yards. And the Browns get a bit closer. Extra point by York is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Dolphins at 7-2 here on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On the set.
2nd and 2.
38. Green jack. Ready.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And some room to work. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Here we go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, go Fury.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Down.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Looking to pass. Tua. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He finds his man Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Let's go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And Wilson with it, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Tua, the final shot before half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Ready?
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Tua. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Watson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start.
There's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver Hill, and they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Again, it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Tyron Johnson.
33 yards.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for two.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Okay, break.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Striker, 3-3.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Faking the give. Now Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Watson now to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To the air yet again, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Nick Needham picks it off.
And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he makes it all the way down to the 19.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mostert.
135 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting